What's going on, everyone? Today we are going over Blinks. My name is Joseph Nicholas, and this is a board game review. Don't be fooled by its box, honestly. I know it seems, and that was kind of something I noticed when I first got the game. I was like, this looks interesting. Very colorful, as you can tell. But again, do not be fooled by the box cover. This is actually a game system that incorporates LED lights as a way to create functioning abstract games. Now, each box, this one and this one, both one being like the core set and one being, I think, a Kickstarter set or like an expansion set, include, expansion set, 6 different abstract games. Now, it is extremely neat. I can't wait to show you more about this game. This is a game that you could play like single player games, multiplayer games. I'm really excited to just show this off, so we're just going to go straight into how to play it and some of the games that are in the game. This is Blinks. In each box of Blinks, these here LED pieces. As you can see, each LED tile actually includes and is programmed for a specific game. So in order to play one of these games, you just have to, simply turn on the game and calibrate that LED tile to work with the rest of the tiles. So it's pretty neat. So we'll get into one of these games really quick. So in order to show this to you with all the LED lights and make it look really neat, I had to turn the colors down. So the lighting might be a little wonky, I'm assuming, since it's just pure black, but it'll be worth it, I promise. In order to turn on the game system, all you have to do is press a button. And as you can see, it's starting to turn on. So I'm going to show you guys Mortals. So once the game's alone, hold it down until it dances. And you'll see a dance happening pretty soon here. And then you'll see them all calibrate. Once they start turning green, they've learned the game and they're going to be calibrated. Oh, it's all right, perfect. As you see there, looks like they're ready to go. So for this particular game, Mortals, it's a 2-player game and it plays in about 5 minutes. It's really quick. So once they're all calibrated, you want a long hold to change the color of the piece. And since this is a 2-player game, you're going to want to get green and purple. Now the setup for this game looks a little something like that. I'm sorry, like that. Now what's neat about this game is what's going to be happening is each piece has about 60 seconds of life. Now this is a game about stealing life from your opponent. Each piece has about 60 seconds of life, and in order to maintain that life, you have to take your tile and place it. Once you take off the tile, it'll go into attack mode and place it on your opponent's tiles, and it'll start draining the life points from it. It's really neat, it's really fun. So to get the game started, you just double tap and it's ready to go. So this player is going to hop into this, and you can see he's starting to take some damage or take life from these two. And if you have a cluster like this, you could definitely break it apart to like make it easier to move, but it's not going to attack. The only time they'll attack is when you have one piece. It'll go into attack mode. You see it'll start attacking. So purple obviously is not in good shape right now. So here's 2 separate clusters, and it's trying to get itself into a position where it can do some attacks. But looks like green is pretty strategic. Oh, purple's losing it here, but they have an opening, so they're gonna hop into here, and it's taking life here. But he's trying his best. He's trying his best. So green hops into here because he knows that. Oh, okay. So red, that is out of life, but you can see like purple's draining pretty fast here. So purple's trying to, let's try to get some life out of the green. Took a green out. Oh man, but it doesn't. It looks like green prevailed at the end of this. And that's the whole game of Mortals. Alright, we're going to give you another demonstration here. This is one of my favorite single player games because it's very classic arcade. It's Wham! It's actually Whack-A-Mole. So let's get this going. Alright, to learn the game, double tap to start. Every time it shows up red, it's a mole. As you see there, I got all of them, but as you progress, it's actually going to get a lot faster. And oh, there we go. Get out of here. Simple as that. I really like this game. Again, it reminds me of like arcade stuff. I really like Whack-A-Mole. Get the... Come on, dog. You playing me, bro. Come on. Ooh, see the timer was kind of going down there. Come on, bro. There we go. Oh, damn. Honestly, I'm so impressed with the tech. Dude, I'm like... Now, the expansion is more or less the same thing, just 6 different games to play. And as you saw in the last example, both games played relatively different, which is kind of unique for a game system, because a lot of the times I feel like game systems kind of fall victim to being the same game, just with like slight adjustments to how you play it. Now, this isn't a game per se. I just think it's one of the coolest portable carriers for it. It's literally a sushi roll. Oh man, whew. If there's any reason to buy it, I mean, come on, look at that. Dude, I could take this on the go. All right, so as you can tell, I am a pretty big fan of these game systems. Not gonna lie, huge fanboy right now. So let's start with things I like. Now, aside from the fact that the boxes don't really portray how great these games are, I mean, you know, I will admit they are a little dry. Especially for a game that incorporates incredible colors in their LEDs and very lively game functionality. Let's ignore that and kind of just focus on the fact that this game is incredibly talented. I love seeing the tech intertwine with board games. I think they do it very well. Now, as far as this game system goes, it's very unique. Each of the 6 games play very differently, and I think a lot of game systems struggle with making their specific unique games feel different. A lot of the times it's like, okay, well, I'm still playing with the same components, I'm still playing with the same structure of the last game. It doesn't really feel very different. But I mean, as you've seen with the 2 games I reviewed, was Mortal is completely different from Wham, right? And then you have other games like Puzzle 101, or you have like Fracture or Bombs, or bomb type games, and games that go up to 6 players, or games that you could play with only 1 player. And then you have 2-player games, and it's just impressive. It's very impressive what they've done with this. Not only did they do 6 games, but you get, with the expansion set, another 6 games. And I would like to highlight that they have community-based games being made as well. Literally having a community create their own games. It's timeless. Again, I'm a fanboy, so now I'm starting to feel a little biased. But another thing is, like, it's so beautiful to look at, you know, more than just the LED lights, which they chose great. Purple, green, red are very vibrant, very easy to see. Even during the day, you don't just need, you know, it to be dark for you to see the game itself. But the tiles and the way that you could tell what the game is on the back, I think they did a great job just designing what the game looks like, right? And last but not least, for my favorite things in this, is definitely the sushi roll magnet portable case. I love it. Now, what do I not like? Okay, yeah, so I guess this kind of pairs well with my strategy for this. It's not necessarily a game you want to have a strategy for. I mean, you're not sitting there pulling out blinks and being like, all right, I'm going to destroy everybody at game night, you know, like, but I will say, learn the games before game night. Learn the games before you introduce it to somebody. I think the thing it's going to struggle with is just the fact that there are so many games that you're not just learning one game. So you're learning, you know, in this particular case, 12 separate games. So make sure you know them before you introduce them to people, because you don't want to sit there and like scramble with the rule book, which is designed really well, by the way, and being like, oh, okay, well, you want to play this one? All right, give me a second, and just like reading and being like, hold on, let's start over because this isn't like that, you know. just learn the games and you'll be fine. 100% one of the best game systems I've ever played. I would highly recommend this to literally anybody. There's a game for you in there, guaranteed. Okay, maybe not guaranteed. There's a possibility you just don't like games, right? Literally, color me impressed. One of my favorite easily my favorite game system I ever played. Favorite game, I love this. I would be bringing this. This would hit every single game night. That I know for sure. You could tell, man. I'm a big fan. I hope you will be too.